David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Okay, as you can see by that opening, we are at a polo match. Look at that. There's horses running in the background. You can't make this stuff up. I have invited Luke Taggart from Bond's apartment. Luke, what's going on, brother?
My brother, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good to be here with you.
We are drinking 007 Bollinger Champagne. Cheers.
Bollinger Chardonnay.
Plastic cups, not the greatest. It's okay. By the way, we gotta call some things out because people watch these things and they want questions answered. For example, what the hell are these guys wearing? I have literally taken out of the cobwebs my Airmans from Oliver Peoples. These were thought to be the 2008 Quantum of Solace ones until Tom Ford came out of the woodwork and said, no, it's mine. So I'm wearing those. I do have the Quantum of Solace PO, and I've got the Sebastian linen. Oliver Brown, that allegedly was in a cutscene from No Time to Die.
That's right.
We'll probably never find out. But you, dude, first of all, what are you wearing on your eyes?
So these, a very nice gentleman, Mr. David Zritsky, let me borrow for the day.
What?
The Barton Pereira.
I didn't know.
I don't know what the name is. These are Ashes sunglasses from No Time to Die.
They are. They look great on you, man.
Is there a particular name?
There is, and I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I've had a lot of Bollinger.
We'll call them the Ash.
We'll call them the Ash.
Yeah.
What
This is Scotch and Soda. I did a video on this on YouTube. This is my brand new Atelier Gelapierre timepiece with a bonnet from a 1964 DB5 Aston Martin in here.
Same year as Goldfinger.
Same year as Goldfinger.
Dude, you're being a baller. It's black on black on black.
Black on black, and then a lot
Silver
of brown
stands out.
and blue. Just saying, I don't really care.
Yeah.
We got a horse race over there. Get your cameras out. Sent back, but picked up by R.B. Dobb, driving forward.
R.B. Dobb. Barbie Dobb.
Like I said, that ground's hard, so the ball doesn't really.
We're having a great time here. We brought our significant others. You brought Brienne, I brought Danielle. Time to do the flipping of the steaming divots. We've got Luke and Brienne.
Hi.
And Julia
Danielle doing Pretty Woman.
What?
They are yonder down the field, but you know, something happened. We're watching all these horses, we're watching the ball go by, it's a lot of action, and we thought, this reminds us, hold on, wait for it. Look at that, like it's being directed here.
Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, this is the perfect background.
It is quite the experience.
So here's the deal, we talked about this. There is a film out there that is the most divisive film ever, and I know you're thinking, oh, Dave, another discussion about No Time to Die? No, we're talking about A View to a Kill.
Yep.
And what we said was either you love it, you hate it, maybe some people come in the middle, but we're talking horses and action. We've got to talk View to a Kill. Now, would you argue that in the James Bond community of fans, this is a bit of a divisive film?
Yeah, I would. It seems like, I don't know what exactly makes it divisive, but I completely agree with that. I think maybe there's a lot of American aspects to it, which might, you know, because we've talked about this with the UK, Bond being a UK British thing.
Yes.
When you kind of have a lot of American influence in a UK film with a UK character, maybe that might be a little.
So the fact that they're in San Francisco a lot,
yeah, and the villain's American, and you know the henchman's American, and stuff like that. Maybe that might be a little.
Could it also be that some people felt Roger Moore was getting a little too long in the tooth?
He was getting a little older.
He's with Stacey Sutton, and she's very young. James. Oh.
Does that mean we have to stop the video?
No, we don't need to stop the video. If anything, it's going to get a little quieter now.
In the team, the club this year. We got some people hamming it up on Charlie Chucker over here. That's all right. Round of applause, everybody, please, nice and loud.
This is what you do a polo match. You drink, you watch horses.
Or you go, ooh, 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 ooh.
You
Like
do.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll show some cuts back and forth here. But all right, I think there is a lot of things. But I also think, just going to say it, two other things come into play is that people feel like it wasn't as rich looking. It didn't have the high-end value proposition that I think a lot of other Bond films brought. And the story. You know, some people felt like the story was a little off. But something happened. When I asked Luke to do this video, he puts his hand on my shoulder and he goes, David, I actually like this film. So what do you like about this film?
So I like, as an American, I like the fact that it's filmed in the U.S. And I just was a guest star on a podcast and he made me do kind of like a Bond's basement.
Bond's
The
basement.
Inflated opinions, I believe, is what it is.
Nice.
And he asked me, you know, if you were to direct and cast Bond 26, what would you want to see? And I said, you know, let's have him in maybe New York City, or you know, there's some great locations in the U.S. that haven't been used. San Francisco is an incredible city.
It is.
And I think what I like about it is, even if Christopher Walken is playing,
Christopher Walken.
even if he's a good guy in the film, you still kind of can't trust him. You ever get that vibe?
I do.
So
And-
that you're the whole time you're just like, something's off about this guy.
So there are two things that I absolutely love about this film. I want to talk about what I love about the film first before I kind of start dissecting. And I know, you know, Mark O'Connell, shout out to you. He absolutely loves it. And we're going to do eventually a whole underdog discussion of films that are Bond films that are not loved by people. Look, Quantum of Solace, I get it. But one thing, here comes the bad music. It's okay.
Hopefully you can't hear it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Two things I do love about this. Mayday and Zorin. So I think Christopher Walken is so over the top. Christopher Walken reading a phone book
Is over
would
the
be
top.
absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. I think Mayday is so unique and so unusual. Her fashions, she also seems very dangerous to me. Like, I love the
Yes.
Famke Jensen type hench men, hench women that are just like, you don't F with her. Do you agree?
Yeah, and you know, I would actually like to see a female lead villain in the future film. So when you do look back on this and you watch that, that's another thing where, and don't get me wrong, throughout this film they don't kind of play off like Zorin and Mayday are good characters. You kind of know from the start.
Although she does have a good moment at the end, a heroic moment.
Right. But that's at the end.
That's at the
so
end.
All throughout the film, you're like, these are two bad baddies.
Despicable.
But you know, and then she does. It is. I will say one thing I don't fully jive with is Roger Moore and her sleeping together. I don't think that would ever really happen.
All right, so we have to obviously go into the negatives. We're gonna do hot and cold, scientifically applied to create torture. That's from Thunderball.
My last positive: Bond using a shotgun. That's nice to see.
Filled with salt.
Yes. They had that
Phil,
at hardware.
What about Bond making a quiche?
Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Or I like his. I'm
okay with that.
His little assistant. I can't think of his name right now.
His little
Mr.
assistant.
St. John Smith.
Oh, yes. The guy who played one other half of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. He
Who
would.
dies in the car wash?
Patrick McGee. You'll correct me there.
Yeah.
We're Americans. We don't know the English actors. We apologize. But he was phenomenal. And I love. So here's what I loved about it. I'm going to keep going on the love portion. Bond in disguise is always great. When he's, you know, even with the sunglasses where he's like bloop, bloop, and he goes undercover. If they had more Daniel Craig moments, don't look for Brienne. He's looking for his.
I'm looking
significant
right in
others.
your eyes. I'm staring right down the
There's a
lens,
lot of
folks.
bromance here, but I think it's inappropriate. Nobody said you could, but I think that the whole disguise thing. You imagine Daniel Craig doing more disguise things other than Spectre when he, you know, was a baddie that nobody bought his disguise. I
Skyfall.
love.
Which one?
No, a Spectre. He went into the, you know, he goes, you know, you Mickey Mouse, and he had the
Oh
Spectre.
yes, or Skyfall with the like limousine driver picking him up from the airport.
But I mean, that was a limousine driver. I'm talking about
Yeah.
infiltrating the bad guys.
Right, okay.
I love those moments. And Roger Moore, whether it's Octopussy or this one, he was so good at that. I love those portions.
Yeah.
And I will say this, forgiving the latter portion, which San Francisco does seem cheap to me.
Yes.
I will say.
I will say that.
I think a lot of the beginning parts of A View to a Kill were, like the music, really good.
That's a great song.
It's a great song. Do you know how it goes?
A view to a kill.
I feel like you just know the chorus and you're not even really trying.
That's that one, right?
That's just that one.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. The
You don't.
words,
You
but-
really don't know the words.
No.
Meeting you with a view to a kill. Face to faces, secret faces. Feel the chill. Life force
Oh, you're so-
covers me. And everybody in the polo match, by the way, is either looking at us or complaining.
They're like, you guys have a corporate tent to do this.
By the way, we are in
Yes.
the split for a second. We are in the Forbes corporate tent. We don't belong to Forbes, so thank you, Mr. Forbes.
Thank
Been
you,
dead
Forbes.
for years. He's not going to complain. All right, back to this. What do you love about the film? What are the things? And by the way, how often do you watch this film? Honestly,
Honestly, okay, so
why not?
long story short, as a kid,
Yeah.
once I realized that there was more than the Brosnan films, I really gravitated towards Roger Moore's film.
Right.
So this
Good.
was one I probably saw quite a bit, along with like Spy Who Loved Me or maybe Octopussy, something like that. But I like this one because it's Tanya Roberts, right?
It is Tanya Roberts.
Tanya Roberts is stunning.
She's beautiful.
She rest in peace. What
Yes.
a terrible incident with her. Remember, they thought she passed away.
Yeah.
Retracted it, then she actually did. Rest in peace, Tanya Roberts.
Yeah.
But she was a gorgeous, gorgeous woman.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
She was a gorgeous woman. That's all she was. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. People aren't going to like this. I felt like she was eyeball candy. She was the representation of the Bond girl that just looked good. Her acting,
Did she do it better than Christmas Jones? Yes.
okay. I mean, now you're splitting hairs, because I could put Christmas Jones and her, and they both had probably bad scripts. But damn it, when people walk into my shot, and I told them specifically,
We are Luke and David Forbes. You stay your ass.
we're of the Forbes family. No, but I do think she did a poor job acting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't believe that she would be, swooning over Roger Moore. I love Roger Moore. He is like a surrogate father when I was growing up, because I would go out. He was like, listen, I had a father who was a successful, like your father, a very successful businessman. I looked to Roger Moore as this, ethereal father. But he was like a father in this. He wasn't kind of like James Bond.
So my only argument to that, even though I do agree, not the most talented actress, but I think part of the problem with the new Bond films is they're trying to like win awards. These are Bond films. They're supposed to be fun. You're supposed to have you're supposed to leave the theater excited. If she's beautiful, like that's that's exactly that's kind of what you want to see. It's just she's a beautiful girl. He's a good-looking guy. There's interesting villains. There's cool locations. The Golden Gate Bridge thing. Like you've got, that's really all you're asking for, right?
So I don't get religious or political on this channel, but I would say an amen to all of that, because I want my next Bond 26 film to be fun.
Yeah.
Like you're leaving the theater like Maverick and you're just like air punching. And I will say, with A View to a Kill, I leave happy. There's a funny ending. Roger Moore always pleases people. By the way, if we get hit by like a hard ball, they're back again.
Taha bumps him out of the play. Near side back shot to send it back around. Picked up by his son.
They're back again. By the way, it would make the most incredible video if we got hit by one of those really hard
If it
balls,
just went straight down lens.
especially if it was Luke.
Yes.
Not so much me, because then this whole channel ends.
Then I'll drive home concussed.
But I could visit Luke in the hospital.
Would
just
you
be
though?
like, no, he lives so far away.
Oh, I'd be going to the hospital here. I'd actually have
that's right.
I'd have like an in-home nurse to the Nordic room.
I would pull the whole ending of the Living Daylights, where it's like, you'd be like so happy, like Brienne has been murdered, honeymoon, and I would visit you and you'd be like a pretty nurse and you'd be like, David, how you doing?
hi.
My leg was chopped off, but I'm so happy to see you, and here's this pretty nurse, and 5 minutes ago I had a wife.
That's
That's
like
just
some
what.
Austin Powers stuff.
Are we still talking about View to a Kill? We are. All right, can I ask you a question now?
Of course.
Do you remember the plot of the film?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the plot?
Like you said earlier, it's a little weak. It is a little weak. But once again,
Silicon Valley, though, very topical.
this is, you know what? This could be a whole series on itself,
In what way?
where after what we had with Daniel Craig, it gets very serious, very dark.
Oh,
I don't, yes, tighten up the plot a little,
Yeah.
but we're not trying to win Oscars here. We're trying to have fun, not to hearken on, not
Yeah.
to keep
No?
beating a dead horse, but yes, the plot isn't fantastic. However, you've got good villains, you've got Roger Moore, you've got
Fun.
some cool locations. Yeah, the fun. It's like even the polo scene, the
Yeah.
horse scene. I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Oh, it's
something
fun.
you
It's
haven't
hysterical. It's perfect.
seen. Yeah, Syndrome's
And by the way, the Roger Moore in this film, I will say, is a positive.
yeah.
He is almost like a Liam Neeson Taken, in that he's still very capable, right? He can yak his way through things, and he can fight.
Yep.
He can do things. He can, toss people off of the Golden Gate Bridge. He's he's a capable agent.
Yeah.
And by the way, he wins, and that's the thing. Listen, we're not Daniel Craig haters. We're Daniel Craig lovers.
Yes,
Lovers.
absolutely.
But one of the things is Daniel Craig, if you look at his films, the way each one ends, he's not the most successful agent.
No.
Roger Moore is a much more successful agent.
Yes. Yep. Keeping the British end up.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you know, talking about this recently with everything that's going on. Say they do cast Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Is he as good of an actor as Daniel Craig? Absolutely not.
No.
That's if you debate that, you're kind of crazy.
And Henry, if you're seeing this, yes,
it's not
you
a
are.
shot at you.
You are.
Yes,
That's
you're
good.
fantastic. You're handsome
That's
as
good.
hell. But he knows it. He's not a thespian. He's a movie star.
But I don't think you need to have a
because
Tolstoy
we've had
reading.
that.
Yeah.
We've had that for 5 films.
We've done that
We're
through the
over
art.
that.
Yes.
We're over that.
We're back to fun in the sun.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say about A View to a Kill in this is that we have, you can't fault this, Desmond Llewellyn, you have Q Branch, and Q Branch is so much fun. Now I will say the new Q Branch is phenomenal too.
Yes.
Ben Whishaw, you a fan?
Yes. Oh, I never had an issue with that.
No. To me, I mean, I think Desmond Llewellyn has its own charming moments, and I think you have amazing Ben Whishaw charming moments.
Yeah. I mean, the first time you meet Ben Whishaw,
Yeah.
it's in the art gallery. It's a great moment, and that to me is a very well written scene in Skyfall.
Yeah.
And the thing that made Desmond Llewellyn so fantastic was all of these interactions.
Oh.
It wasn't the gadgets. It wasn't the explanation of the gadgets. It was the little jabs at each other. It was, but what is the jab at each other? It's just fun. It's all good fun. They don't hate each other. They have tremendous respect for each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's my lunch.
That's
All
my
these different
lunch.
things. It's just a little
Wrong
jab.
movie, but yeah, I hear you.
I know that.
I
But
even love the remote control thing that he has, the little thing that goes looks at him in the shower. So you end with Roger Moore and Stacey Sutton in the shower.
Right.
Are you okay with that? It's a much younger, I mean,
Of course I am, because that's just ridiculous. But Bond films are kind of ridiculous.
and you're marrying a much younger girl. It's fine.
3 years.
I mean,
really
that's-
robbing the
but at
Crayola.
your young age, that's
When I'm 70 and she's 67.
Hold on a second. You're in your 30s, and she's in her 20s. That's all you need to know.
That's true.
So he's kind of like the Roger Moore of the Bond community. Actually, Kyle is.
Kyle is definitely.
He's, I mean, there's no.
Kyle is livid right now, but also I promise you he's laughing his ass off.
He is. So, all right. View to a Kill. What is it about? What is it about films like A View to a Kill, Quantum of Solace, Spectre, the underdogs, as I call it, even Die Another Day, where you have this faction of individuals that are so passionate about defending them? Is it because they are the underdog?
Can I give you an answer that I think might be kind of a cop-out?
Please. I love
think-
cop-outs.
I really think in this could take such a deep turn, but after seeing No Time to Die,
Yeah.
movies like You Only Live Twice, No Time to Die, A View to a Kill, these movies have gotten better to me because it kind of brings you back to a time where it was just fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong,
No,
we can debate all day about No Time to Die. If it was a standalone film, it'd be like a Shakespearean tragedy. And it's it's a great film. It is a good film. It's an okay film. It sucks. But
wow, you just went the whole
no,
gamut there. It's
there's,
like,
it's not a bad film.
Right.
But as a Bond film, it doesn't end the way it should have. We can gripe about
even
it all day, but
writers of
that's not
Bond books
bad.
have said that.
Yes.
Anthony Horowitz said he hated the way No
Yeah,
Time to
you
Die
can't do
ended.
that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, what makes this even better, because you're going back and you think, if you were to, before No Time to Die, think what you want. But after, if you sit down and say, I want to watch A View to a Kill, why? Because it's fun, it's entertaining, it's a little ridiculous.
Yes.
You got beautiful actors, and you got some cool stuff.
I will say Octopussy and Moonraker and places like that, the gooey cheese pizza stuff has gotten so much better after No Time to Die, because I've just wanted to relax and enjoy myself and know that Bond was going to win in the end.
Right.
So I guess we have No Time to Die to thank for View to a Kill maybe rising up in the scheme of things.
What about Die Another Day?
I haven't seen it in a long time. Now, would you revisit that and just see? Like,
I would.
how it
See,
is?
as a 90s kid, even Die Another Day, I remember going to see in the theater with my friends, and we were in the first row. So I was watching Pierce kite surf like this.
Yeah.
And after I vomited, I didn't hate it. I mean, now, looking back on it.
Do we
seeing
hate
the
any
whole
Bond
stuff-
film?
Not really.
Even View to a Kill. I mean, here we are. This is a quick video. It's going to be like 20 minutes or less. it's really to talk about the fact, I mean, if we roll it all up, first of all, a couple conclusions. No Time to Die has probably made other Bond films look better because we want the celebratory fun Bond, and no Bond is bad. By the way, the polo match just ended as our video's ending. Can we have rehearsed that better?
No.
This has been Luke Taggart. Where are you from?
Bond's apartment.
Yeah, he is. We got to go back to our significant others. We got some food to eat, right?
They're still here.
If they're still here. They could have left us if they're smart. And David Zwirsky for the Bond Experience, and we'll see you all real soon. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Gary Holton. Victoria Halliday coming out. Hey, girls. Awesome.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.